Hey everyone, welcome back into FS25. This is episode 4 in Frankenmuth, and it is now October. We didn't do a whole lot this summer. We did a couple of contracts and did a whole lot of baling. As you can see, I've got some bales on the trailer right now that we're going to go sell because I need to buy some more pig feed. And I don't feel like 32,000 is going to be enough. But while we're up here, we will go ahead and try and jump this fence here. And as you can see, we have some baby goats in here. They are now 2 months old, and we have 25 of them. So we have 25 fully grown adults, and we got 25 baby goats. And they are all doing fantastic. So you can see they are at 100% health, and they're at 40% reproduction here for the adults. And for the baby, if we can... Oh, there we go. And for the baby, it is 100% health. So everything is going perfectly up here, and we have more than enough hay bales to get them through the winter. If we take a look at our hay bale storage here, you can see we do have quite a few hay bales in here. We've got 102 in storage currently, and they are all hay. Now, I should be able to get one more cutting of grass this year, and I think we're going to go ahead and turn that into silage because of how much hay we do have. But we're going to go ahead and run this down to the farmer's market here and get this sold off. That way we can load up with some pig feed and get our pig feed hauled. And as you can see here with our cornfield, it is ready to be harvested. So we will be doing a lot of harvesting here this month because our corn and our soybeans are both ready to go. So we will get this hauled down to the farmer's market, and then I'll be able to come back to the home place and get our 6R hooked up and get some feed hauled over to our pigs, which are also about to reproduce here. It should be next month, I do believe, and they will. Then we will have 250 baby pigs. All right. Well, we're down here at the farmer's market, so we will go ahead and get these bales sold off here. A little over 30 grand for that. That is going to work out just fine. That'll give us enough to buy some pig feed and also leave us with enough money to hire a worker on the combine. That way I can cart. All right, so we have 22,000 liters of pig food on the trailer, and we will get this hauled over to our hog site and get that barn filled back up here with this feed. And it should be more than enough to get them through this month, and hopefully get them through next month would be great. I got a feeling we're probably going to have to sell off another trailer of hay bales again to get us to January when we can sell our corn that we're going to harvest. So it's going to be a little nip and tuck here for a while. All right, well, we'll take a look in here, and you can see we've got pigs in here, and I need to get the grass out of this barn. So they are all doing wonderful. We have a whole bunch of slurry that we'll have to figure out something to get rid of it. We will definitely be using it on our fields for sure. Unfortunately, 51,000 liters is not going to go very far. So we will probably end up spreading that on our hay ground. And then we will finish off the hay ground with our solid fertilizer. But we will go ahead and head back to the home place here because it is time to start combining. All right, we'll jump into the combine here and we'll go ahead and get this header hooked up. All right, we're going to go ahead and start with our beans here at the home place first. So we'll just drive this down to the field here. Should have more than enough room through the driveway, I believe. And we'll go ahead and get this hired up on a worker here. All right, I want 2 headlands. All right, we'll hire that up on the worker, see how he does. And while he's doing that, we can go ahead and get our 8R hooked up to our grain cart here. So this summer, the contracts that I did were paid enough so that I could buy the corn header that we need. And I was also able to buy a used grain cart that I don't think I've done any repairs on yet. Yep, I do believe I may have forgotten that. So we're going to go ahead and get this tractor pulled up here, just kind of out of the way for now. And then we will jump into the 8R and I can show off our fancy new to us grain cart. All right, so I went with the Demco 850 grain cart. It will work for now. As you can tell, it is 56% damage, so I did forget to repair it. But that's okay. It'll get us through this season. We don't have all that much to harvest. And it's honestly the perfect size to put on this 8R. But it's not really big enough for what we're eventually going to need, so it will be something that I will have to upgrade. And as you can tell, I do have the extended straw swath on here. So we will be baling up all the straw off of all 3 of our fields and selling the majority of it off. I do have some plans for getting cattle at some point, so I don't know if we'll sell off all the straw this year. Most likely we will, because I'm not sure how soon we'll get cattle. Right now I'm trying to focus on the pigs and the goats, but cattle are definitely in our future. And as you can tell, the combine definitely went the wrong way around the field here. So hopefully he can make it a full round without me needing to cart. But while he's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and also get our semi pulled out here and get our grain hoppers hooked up. All right, well, we did not quite make it 2 rounds around the field here, so that's a good sign. That means we're going to get lots of beans off this field. Should get lots of beans off of the other field because it had a higher yield bonus on it. So I'm very happy with that. That means we're going to be able to make some big changes. Or we're going to be able to make some big upgrades here. So this grain cart will not hold the entire combine hopper, but that's okay. I went ahead and I took over for the AI worker in the combine. That way I could get these end rows done because it is a little odd down here on the end and the worker was struggling pretty bad. Yep, it sure will. So I was wrong. The grain cart will hold an entire combine hopper load, so that's fantastic. I didn't think it would. So that's a pleasant surprise. So I'm just going to leave the grain cart there for now. We'll get this little dabble down here picked up, finish our last end row, and then I can go ahead and get a worker hired up to finish up the rest of our straight rows here. And I'll just run the grain cart. Well, that should all be fun to bale down here on this corner. That is quite the disaster there. Alright, well, we're just going to go ahead and dump what we have off here onto our semi. I'm not sure if I could fit the full field onto the truck in one load or not. But we're only going to be hauling it up to our grain bin here at the home place, so we don't have to go very far with this. We will have to have a little bit of a travel with our... We will have a little bit of travel distance with our cornfield. starting out here, but that's no big deal. So everything seems to be going well now that we have the end rows done. So we're gonna go ahead and let the worker get this field taken care of here, and I will just be carting back and forth. Alright, well, we have this field done. We're going to go ahead and get this combine swung around here and get it unloaded onto the truck. I think it'll all fit. It's honestly going to be kind of close. So we got quite a bit of beans off this field. We will be able to take a look here when we get this combine emptied for, show how much we actually have all together. So almost 3/4 of a semi-load off that one field. That's pretty good. I'm not going to complain about that one bit. So we will go ahead and get started on this next field here. I can get cut in before my straw swath starts dropping. And we'll go ahead and get this field going here. I'll probably go ahead and take that semi up and get it dumped into our grain site up at the home place here, just so we can start out fresh. Alright, well, we will hire up a worker on that. He can at least run the long end rows here, no problem. So we'll go ahead and take this truck up to our bin site, get it emptied out, and bring it back down here to the field. Alright, well, we are now officially done combining our beans. We will go ahead and get this dumped off onto the truck. It will not all fit, so we'll dump what we have left onto the grain cart. That way we can get the combine started up north, where our corn header is already parked. That way we can go ahead and get started combining our corn, and I can get the beans put in the bin and come back, get the grain cart emptied, all that good stuff. So this first soybean harvest has gone exceedingly well. It's looking like we had wasn't quite a full load on our first soybean field. We're going to have more than a full load on the second soybean field. So I'm guessing it's going to be pretty close to 2 full loads of soybeans that we'll be selling off next summer. I'm pretty happy about all of that. Corn is always a pretty high yielding crop, so we should be sitting very well as far as making money, and we will also have some pigs to be selling off here probably next month. So we have a lot of income that's going to be coming in the next couple of months. So we're looking a little dire at the moment with only having $16,000, but we should have, a couple $100,000 easy coming in here in the next few months. All right, well, I will go ahead and get this combine up north, get everything emptied out, and I'll see you guys up at the cornfield. All right, well, we're up here at our cornfield up to the north, and I'm going to go ahead and hire a worker on this field. Hopefully they go the right way around here. Not sure that they can make it all the way around without having to unload into the grain cart, so we have them going. I will run back to the home place and pick up the grain cart, get it up here, and then I also need to get my semi up here. Or I had to fire the worker here because they were just a bit too far ahead, and if I pulled out in the corn, I do have crop destruction on, so don't want to be doing that. Not a big deal, though. We'll get this unloaded and get the worker going again. And this, I'm running the John Deere. Get out here. You can see the John Deere 627C, and it is slightly modified. I have it modified to run about 10 mile an hour instead of 6. Not a huge modification, but it is nice being able to run just a little bit faster in the corn. Alright, so as you can tell, the combine is moving through the field really quickly, and we're also going to have a whole bunch of straw. So we have way more straw dropping in this field than we did in our soybean field. Makes sense. Corn is a higher yielding product. So that's going to be fantastic. We're going to have a whole lot of straw that we're going to be selling here. All right, well, I was having issues with the AI doing the second pass around the field, and I ended up taking over. I'm not sure what the problem is with the AI. It used to be fine, but ever since patch 1.5 came out, it has been a disaster. So I'm going to finish all the headlands here, get all the end rows done, and then I will try and hire it up on a worker again. That way we can just cart and truck as needed. All right, we are officially done with our harvest this year. This cornfield is finished. I'm hoping what's on the combine will fit on our grain cart here. We've already taken one semi-load back to the home place and dumped in our silo, so the yield on this field was really, really good. I'm really surprised how much we got off this field. So I can't wait to get this corn sold, and I don't think that was everything off the combine. Nope, there's still a little in there. So we'll go ahead and get this dumped onto the semi here, and then we'll get the combine emptied out, get all of this equipment taken back to the home place, and then we have a whole bunch of straw bales to get taken care of. Oh my goodness, there is so much straw up here, plus all of the straw down on the bean fields. This is going to be kind of crazy here. So we're not quite going to have 2 full semi-loads of corn coming off this field, but it's darn close. So we have just a little bit less corn yield here than we had on our soybeans out of both fields. And those 2 fields combined are definitely bigger than this one field. So corn is definitely an extremely high yielding crop on here. Alright, so we have the grain cart emptied out here. I get this pulled up just kind of out of the way for a minute. And you can see our straw pile is just about as tall as I am here. So, yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of straw. But we'll grab the combine, we'll empty it off into the truck, and we'll get everything back to the home place here. All right, well, we got all of our grain hauled here and got all the equipment back to the home place. We have 153,877 liters of corn and 143,754 liters of corn. So we actually outdid the soybeans. I'm impressed. We have 10,000 liters more corn, so that is fantastic. One thing that was not fantastic was this Mac. It is way underpowered for trying to pull that dual trailer setup. And to be honest, there's really no point in me having 2 semis on the farm. So I'm going to go ahead and sell this Mac. And I've got it parked where my store deliveries is set up. That's what these pink and black marks are, is where my store deliveries are dropped off. So we're going to go ahead and sell that Mac. And I believe with it being parked there, it should work just the same as actually taking it to the store. So we'll go ahead and 58,000. So that is over double what I originally bought it for. I originally bought it for like 25,000. So that is sold. So we now have $74,000, which is fantastic. We're going to go ahead and start baling next. So we have a whole bunch of straw we need to bale, and to be completely honest, that shop is not going to work out. It is way too small. So we're going to have to figure out how to take care of that, because we've got a lot of really big equipment and not a lot of space to actually maintenance stuff. It's going to have to do for this fall, because 74,000 is not going to be enough to put up a new shop, but it'll work for now. So we'll run over here to the 6R, get this thing fired up, and see how many straw bales we end up with here. All right, we'll get this thing fired up. We'll get it dropped down. Got it set for 180 centimeter bales as always. And we will go ahead and get all of this straw taken care of. This is going to take me a minute. So I will catch up with you guys when we get the straw all picked up here. All right, we are done baling our straw down here on these two fields at the home place. We ended up with 92 bales down here. We're going to head up here to the cornfield and get it baled up. And I'm kind of curious to see what the bale count ends up being up there. Because the straw swaths up there definitely seem a lot bigger. Like there's going to be a lot more material up there to pick up and bale up. So this should be very, very interesting here. All right, well, we're finishing up the last little bit here, baling the straw up on our cornfield. And we've got quite a few bales. We've got 51 so far. I don't know if we're going to get another. It's going to be really close. But these short rows, I don't know if they're going to quite have enough. But again, maybe they will. So 51, 52 bales, that's pretty good down here. So we had 92 down at the other field. Or we had 92 down at the other two fields, I should say. And yeah, we're going to end up with 52 bales on this field. That's really, really good. So we'll be selling all of the straw in January. And we're going to make a good little bit of money off of it. Straw's never a huge money maker by any means, but it's enough to go ahead and pay the bills at least. So we're done with that. We'll head back to the home place, and I do believe we're going to pick up a new trailer. All right, so we're going to go down here to our trailers, to our low loaders, and you can see that we have, with our Fiber Dash chemical mixing mod, we have a whole bunch of trailer options here. And this Lizard 50-foot deck allows for auto load. Now you can see the blue lines here. That's the universal auto load. The regular auto load, that goes, those blue lines go away. So that works out great. This trailer works exactly like they did in FS22. So we'll go no plate. I don't like putting plates on anything. And it's $35,000. So it'll do 125 centimeter to 238 centimeter round bales and 180 centimeter to 488 centimeter square bales. I don't think there's anything in game that makes 488 centimeter square bales, but I could be wrong. So we're going to go with the triaxle. We're going to do the auto loading. Oh, wait a minute. We're going to go with the triaxle aluminum because the rims look better that way. So that is what we're going with. It's going to be $37,000. That is perfect. So, and I have the store deliveries on, so makes it easier. I don't have to go all the way down to the store. On this map, I am quite a ways away from the store. So being able to have the store deliveries costs a little extra, but it works out great. So we'll get down here to the field where the bales are. Oh, and I bet that 480, I bet that's cotton. I bet that's what it is. That would be the case cotton harvester. So we'll take a look here, and if you look at my help window, I am playing with, I'm on PC, but I'm using a PS5 controller to play the game. So it is L1 and box puts it into the operating position. That's exactly like it was on FS22. We'll pull up next to this bale. You'll see it'll just pop right on. So now that we have a bale on here, if we hold L1, we can go ahead and unload the bale. So it's L1, you press triangle once, you can go left, you can go right, you can go up a little bit, you can go down a little bit. It's exactly like it was on FS22. So you put it on the ground, press triangle again, and it's unloaded. Now I'm still holding L1, and if we press triangle, it resets it and puts it right back on the trailer because we did not enter transporting position. Now if we enter transport position and we choose to unload the bale there, we can reset and the bale stays put. So we'll go ahead and load that up. We'll get this trailer loaded and see how many bales it actually holds here. Alright, so we have the trailer fully loaded now, and it is holding 26 bales. With the universal auto load, I could actually set this to stack even higher, and we could get a few more bales on here. However, you can't just drive by and pick up a bale. You have to stop at each bale, and I'd have to use the keyboard in order to engage the auto load on every single bale, so it's not going to really save any time, especially for no more than it would load up over the trailer that I'm currently using. So it would be nice if the auto load on this one would go just go another row higher, especially on that front deck, but for now it'll work out. We're going to haul all of these up to our bale storage here. And, oh, hey, the car did stop. That's unusual. Usually they don't. Usually they blow through. We'll get pulled up here. This wasn't the most convenient spot in the world for this, but it should work just fine. But we're going to go ahead and put all of these straw bales into our bale storage here. And it looks like we got two that didn't go. So we'll turn on our universal strength. There we go. Or super strength. And there we go. Now we can reset that back to operating position. And it's ready to pick up more bales. So we'll get all these bales picked up, get them all put into our storage here, and then see how late in the day it is when we get all this done. All right, we have all of our straw bales picked up, so we'll go ahead and run this back to the home place. We've got some fertilizing we need to get done, and some lime that needs to be spread as well. So we have enough time today, we can get that done, and looks like we're going to be selling some stuff off here in December and January. Along with next month, we will be mowing our grass again and turning that into silage bales. So we're not quite done baling for the year, but we're going to have a whole bunch of bales that are going to be getting sold off here very soon. All right, we'll leave our bale trailer here for now. I'm going to shut the truck off because I can't put it back in the shop yet. And we're going to go ahead and hook up to our lime spreader, and we're going to spread our lime first. Well, we need the John Deere 8R for spreading our lime, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this into the shop, get our repairs done on the grain cart, and probably repair the tractor a bit as well. So yeah, the tractor's only $230. The grain cart is a little over $3,000. So they are both repaired and ready to go. So I can go ahead and put this grain cart back in the shed because we are done with it for the year. And then I will go ahead and grab the lime spreader. All right, a little over $5,000 to fill up the lime spreader here. And if we take a look at our soil composition, you can see we need to spread lime in this field, and we need to go up north and spread lime in that field. So I think we'll go ahead and head up north, start up there, get that field out of the way, and then we can come back to the home place and do the field down here. All right, we're up here at our north field, and we've got our steering assist set up here. So we'll go ahead and get this field limed. I'm sure it'll take a few passes, or a few passes. It'll take a few fill-ups to get this field done, but not a big deal. We've got plenty of time yet today. All right, we're finishing up our last pass here on the north field, getting this lime spread down here, and we did have to go back and refill. So it took 1 3/4 carts here to get all the lime spread on this field. Not too bad, but I don't know if we're going to have enough money to do any fertilizer this year. Because we're going to have another cart, maybe 2 carts of lime to buy yet. So we'll head back down to the home place here and get this next field going. All right, well, we're back here at the home place, and we're going to go ahead and get this field spread with lime. Don't know if I have enough to go all the way around once, but not a big deal. I know we're definitely going to have to buy another cart, probably 2, to be completely honest, so... But we can go ahead and get this hammered out quick. This won't take very long either. And then we can see if maybe we have enough money to start spreading some lime. Or start spreading some dry fertilizer. So we are definitely hurting on funds. You can see we're down to $12,000. That is not very much. That's not really enough to do any maintenance on any of my equipment or anything else. But I do believe next month we will be able to sell off some of my hogs. So that'll be a good payday. So I think we're going to go ahead and call this it for this month, because we definitely do not have enough money to buy fertilizer. So I'm going to go ahead and get this parked, and I will see you guys in November. All right, welcome into November, everyone. We are hooked up to the bull rack because we're going to go ahead and sell off our hogs. All right, so our hogs are 6 months old, and they're worth $700 a head. So that is a pretty good profit here. In order to pay off that site, we need $300,000. We'll pay off all of the hog buildings that we've put up over there. Now, that $300,000 does not include the feed. We've got about another $100,000 or so in feed costs. But a couple of turns here with the hogs, and we'll have that entire site paid off without filling every single barn. So that is pretty great, and I'm pretty happy about that. So we're going to go ahead, load up these hogs, take them down to the animal dealer, get them sold off, and we will go ahead and buy another 250 head of baby pigs here and put them back in a barn and start that cycle all over. Now, hopefully here in another year or so, we can have all of the barns completely full. That would be, ideal. And we'll make a whole bunch of money. Now, FS22 pigs were not really profitable. They were just kind of a waste of time. However, here in FS25, they are definitely worth having, and you can definitely make a profit. And you can make a profit multiple different ways with these hogs. So, we'll get backed up to the building here. Load up all 250 head. And we will head down to the animal dealer and see how much we get for them. All right, well, we're down here at the animal dealer, and I just wanted to take a look here, and you can see what the trailer looks like when it's loaded up with some 6-month-old hogs. And I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed. That looks really good. So, we will go ahead and get rid of all of these. So that's $175,000 profit. That's pretty darn good. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to buy some more baby pigs. Buy another 250, so that's $50,000 there. So we still made $125,000 profit. And we're going to be able to keep that going now that we have another 250 pigs. And I might come back and get another 250. But we'll get these back up to the hog site and get these offloaded. All right. We have all of our baby pigs offloaded into this barn here. Take a look. They're so much smaller than the 6-month-olds. So, that is a great start to this barn here, and you know what, I think I might go ahead and buy some more pigs. I'm not sure. I need a slurry storage is what I really need, because that barn is already full of slurry. Alright, well, I decided I am going to go ahead and buy another 250 hogs. And I'll have to figure out the slurry storage next month, or either in December or January when I can get my straw and stuff sold off, and we'll have a little more cash. But with 500 head of hogs at 6 months old, you know, we'll make $350,000 for that turn. So that's going to be really, really profitable. So the more hogs we can get, the better. Well, as you can tell, we're down to $36,000, and that's because I went ahead and bought 2 more trailer loads of pigs. So we're now at 750 head in this barn. I decided I was going to triple down on the pigs. That's going to be a really, really good payday in May. So next month, we're selling off a bunch of stuff, and in January, we're selling off some more stuff. So I will be able to figure out the slurry situation, because we need slurry storage. We'll also need a slurry spreader to get rid of all of the slurry that our hogs are going to be producing. It's still not going to be enough to really do much with until I get that slurry storage and can build up a bigger capacity, but one step at a time. So I've got a worker hired up. They are mowing the grass at the moment that we're going to turn into silage. So I'm going to take this back. We'll get the bull rack parked, put away, and then I can jump in the 6R and start raking. Alright, well, we're finishing up our last pass here, baling our grass so that we can get it wrapped and turned into silage here. And we've ended up with 58 bales. I don't know if we're going to get 59. It's going to be really close, but I think we're going to be just short. And yes, we're going to be just short. So, no big deal. We'll take this back and grab the bale wrapper and get all of these bales wrapped. That way they can start fermenting and turning into silage. Alright, we got a couple more bales here to wrap, and we will be done wrapping. This fast wrap is honestly kind of insane. I was able to set the cruise and at 24 mile an hour to pick up and get most of these bales. So that was great. Very, very fast. Love this thing. I'm gonna go ahead and take it in, get it serviced up if it needs it. Definitely needs washed, and then we can get it put away for the winter. All right. Well, we're pulling in here to unload the last of our silage bales here into our bale storage. So we got all of those loaded in here, and you can see we have 305 bales in here. It's pretty impressive. Playing on PC is much different than playing on the PS5. So we will take this back to the home place here. Still got 30 grand. I'm going to hold on to it. We're not going to do any fertilizing or anything yet. So I think that is probably going to be it for the month of November. And I will see you guys in December or January when it's time to start selling. All right, welcome into December, everyone. The only thing we're going to be selling this month is our straw, so I'm going to get all of this hauled, and we'll see how many trips. I can't remember, honestly, how many bales we actually have. So we'll get them all hauled, and they're going to the farmer's market, and we'll get them dumped off, see how much we end up getting. All right, well, we got all of the straw sold off, and we made $230,000. I'm very happy with that. So while we're up here, we'll go ahead and check on our goats. See, our baby goats are not so much babies anymore. They're growing. They're getting bigger. So they're now 4 months old. They're 100% health. Everybody's very happy up here. And they still have plenty of feed. And we do have a decent amount of milk for no more goats than we have. You can see we've got quite a few pallets of milk in here. So we will be selling that in January. So we are done here for the month of December, and I will see you guys in January. All right, well, it is January, and we have a whole bunch of stuff we got to sell. It is time to sell our corn, time to sell our goat milk, we can sell our silage, and we can even sell some of our hay. So we do need to buy some more pig feed, and make sure that we don't oversell our hay if we do sell hay, but we have a whole bunch of stuff to start selling. So I think we're going to go ahead and start with our silage first, since our semi is already up there. All right, well, we have our first load of silage loaded up here. And the animal dealer and the farmer's market are both paying the same price. So it's, 6 of one, half a dozen of another. Now we have 58 silage bales. So I think we're going to go ahead and just take 2 loads of 26 and save the rest of the silage just in case we do end up with more money than I think we're going to and end up with some cattle. Silage doesn't fluctuate in price really, so it's not a big deal if I choose to sell those last few bales later. All right, we're up here at the goat barn, and we have all of the milk loaded up and ready to be sold here. There's 7,000 liters. And we also have some new baby goats out here. So we're now up to 75 goats total. We have some old ones and we have some young ones. You can see we have 25 0-month-old goats, 25 5-month-old, and 25 26-month-old goats. So we're doing fabulous here. This sheep barn's about half full already. But we will go ahead, jump in the pickup, and we will go ahead and take this goat milk. I don't even know where, to be honest. Let's take a look at our prices here. Look for goat milk, and the dairy is the only place we can sell them. Or sell it. So we will head on down to the dairy. All right, we're getting pulled into the dairy here. And, oh, Apparently that was grass. I probably shouldn't have gone through there, huh? Get that sold off, and that was $57,000 worth of goat milk. Can't complain about that at all. So we'll take this back to the home place, and we still have our corn that we need to get sold. And then when we get the corn sold, we'll see how much money we have and see how much pig feed we can get. Pig feed is expensive, but with 750 head, we do need a lot of pig feed, so we're going to definitely go through it, and those pigs are going to make us a ton of money in May. Alright, we are loaded up with corn, and we are heading down to the Gira? Yeah, I think Gira elevator. It is paying $14.57. It is the highest paying, so we will go ahead and get this corn down there, and we will have another trailer load of corn after this. Alright, we're down here at the Gara elevator, and we will go ahead and get these two trailers emptied out and see how much they're worth. Alright, so that was $29,000 for the one hopper. So about $60,000 a trailer, so ballpark $120,000 a load. That's not too bad. Alright, we have 73,000 liters of corn that we're going to get sold here. And this will be it for the corn. So not quite 2 trailerfuls. And it's looking like Gara Elevator is still our best price, so that is where we will head to. Alright, so this will probably be right around a $100,000 load, which will be fantastic. That's going to give us plenty of money to do some expanding, buy pig food, and other things. We've got quite a bit on the docket coming up in the spring here. Yep, I was almost right at a $100,000 load. So that is fantastic. Well, we'll take this back to the home place. And for sure, I need to buy some pig food and get our pigs fed. But I think we're going to go ahead and call this an episode. So if you guys like the content, please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And I'll see you guys in the next one.